y'all, it's Caitlin and welcome back to my 2019 NaNoWriMo daily vlogs. Today is day 16, although I'm cheating a little bit. Today is actually day 17, but I did not film anything yesterday because my voice was gone. If you saw some of my earlier videos, you might have heard my voice get real scratchy. It wasn't good, so I waited till today to film this, but I think that's fine. So while this is my first NaNoWriMo participating on AuthorTube, I have watched a lot of previous years' videos from other AuthorTubers, and one thing that I really loved watching were the project videos. And it was basically, there was like a project tag circulating. There were a couple of different ones. I know the primary one in 2017 and 2018, those were done by Natalia Lee, so I'll link her tags below. But I was really hoping someone would do one for 2019, and I was just sitting around and I was like, do you know what? I guess I'll just make one. I will make a tag. So here we are. This is the NaNoWriMo 2019 project tag. I'm gonna put all the questions down below if you'd like to do this tag yourself. But for right now, I'm gonna settle in. I've got my candle lit. My tea is made in my Rapunzel mug. And today's tea is the Twinings Support Tea with white hibiscus and lime and ginger, because your girl still has a cold. But yeah, let's get started and jump into this tag. Question number 1, is this your first NaNoWriMo, your second, your 10th? And what made you decide to do NaNoWriMo? Technically, this is, I think, my 5th NaNoWriMo. However, those previous years were all quite a while ago. I did not correctly plot anything, and I never made it past like 7,000 words maybe, and definitely not past day 3. I think the most I ever got was day 10, because I just wasn't really focused on it. It was one of those things where I was like, oh, that sounds like a great idea, and like the night before I would start writing something and then immediately hate it or immediately forget about it or just decide I didn't care about it that much. This is the first year that I've really invested in my project. So I spent the time to outline, I spent the time doing the Natalia Lee Preptober workbook. I watched a million Preptober videos from this year and previous years and just really got myself in the right mindset to do it and really wanted to do it well this year. Number 2, are you a traditional nano or a rebel? I am traditional. I'm kind of a rule stickler. My main character and I have a little bit of that in common. But I really wanted, for my first real NaNoWriMo, I really wanted to stick with the traditional rules. So brand new project and aiming for 50,000 words. Question number 3, are you a plotter, a pantser, or a plantser? Plotter. I'm a plotter. If you saw my AuthorTube newbie tag, I went in kind of a deeper description of kind of what I do in that. But I am 95% a plotter. I feel better when I have an outline to follow and a map that's gonna guide me to the scenes that I want to write. Number 4, what is the best thing you did to prepare for NaNoWriMo? I mentioned a little bit earlier, I watched a lot of other AuthorTube videos and I got the Natalia Lee Preptober workbook. And I think those were definitely the best things that I did, especially watching people's vlogs from previous NaNoWriMos, because seeing how they went about their NaNoWriMos really helped me get an idea, especially when I found people who were similar to me that are also plotters. Seeing how they went about their NaNoWriMo really made it more clear for how I wanted to proceed for mine. Number 5, what is your project's genre/audience? That was a hard sentence to say. My book is young adult, and for the genre, it's a fantasy, fairy tale retelling, but it's definitely on the quirky dramedy side of things. Like, there's a lot of action and stuff and a lot of just very quirky characters and quirky dialogue, but I would describe it as a fairy tale retelling. It's loosely based on the fairy tale about the 6 swans. Number 6, does your project have a title? And if not, what have you been calling it? I'm really bad at titles. If any of y'all read my fanfiction back in the day, you know that 90% of the time I take my book titles, story titles, from song lyrics. And you can't do that if you're writing something that's meant to be published. So right now, my book does not have a title. The series does, because this is at least 5-book series that I'm working on. This is the first book, and I can't tell you the name of the series because it's going to give away a crucial plot point in the first book. So, in the meantime, I've been calling it Project Lucy because Lucy is my main character. I'm going to have to come up with a title because otherwise it's going to be like Project Lucy number 2, Project Lucy number 3, and like, no, that's not going to work. Question number 7, what is your story about? So my book is a retelling of this fairy tale of the Six Swans, but it is a pretty fast and loose retelling of it. I'm taking the general idea and putting it with my own characters and my own setup. It is mostly about a girl named Lucy. Kind of obvious, but so a girl named Lucy, she is one of the highest ranking nobles in her court, even though she's only 14 years old. So her whole life has been preparing her for a life as a member of the nobility. Her best friends are lovable scamps that are constantly getting her into trouble. So Lucy has grown up in kind of this dichotomy of, my mom wants me to be this, my friends want me to be this, and I don't know what I want, so I'm just gonna be a good girl and follow the rules. And that's basically Lucy in a nutshell. And through the course of the book, things happen, and Lucy has to start figuring out who she is as a person and what she wants out of life. And also she has to start using magic, and magic is extremely illegal where she comes from. The setting is inspired by the Tudor court era. So imagine the Tudor court, but with a little bit of magic, except the magic is super regulated. Magical artifacts have been confiscated. Women are not allowed to use magic. There's like a court sorcerer, but he's basically there for decoration. Magic is not permitted, and she's gonna have to learn how to use magic if she wants to survive the story I've tossed her into. Question number 8, who are your main characters? So my main characters are James, Nell, and Lucy. They are a ragtag little bunch, and I love them. I don't know about y'all, but like, if you ever get on those, like you start writing and it's flowing really well, and suddenly your characters do something and you're like, what? Why did you do that? Oh, all right, we're gonna write this now. My characters do that a lot to me. So we have Lucy, who's the daughter of a duchess and is a very good girl. She follows the rules. She never makes waves, never tries to be noticed. That kind of personality. James is the second-born prince. He has no responsibility in life other than to be, fun and charming. He gets himself into trouble all the time, and he's able to smile his way out of it, and he assumes he's always going to be able to smile his way out of trouble for the rest of his life. And then Nell is more what you see in young adult fantasy novels, where she's got glorious red gold hair that she keeps tied up in braids, and she likes to dress in boys' clothes and wants to be a knight, and she is not the brightest bulb in the candelabra, but she's a lot of fun. Question number 9, what is your favorite line you've written so far? Hold on, let me double check, because I forget where I wrote it. So I had to finagle some things in order to read this, but this is a bit that I really liked. It was day 9. I wrote this on day 9, and James, Nell, and Lucy are about to get caught by the scariest lady in waiting in the court, and they've got a torch. That's pretty much what you need to know. James froze, throwing his arm out. Nell clotheslined herself, bouncing back. "Someone's coming," he whispered. "Hide." Lucy looked around wildly, then grabbed the edge of a curtain and pushed Nell inside. "Take this," James said, and he thrust the torch into Lucy's hand. "What am I supposed to do with this?" Lucy whispered loudly. "I don't know. Hide it." "It's a torch. It's on fire. It's kind of impossible to hide." So I think that's probably my favorite line I've written so far. I've written some other bits, but that is the bit that I keep jumping to mind because it kind of sums up Lucy's personality pretty much right off the bat, where she's very sensible and she doesn't want to be here anyway, and yet here she is trying to solve her friend's problems. Question number 10, what was the inspiration for your project? It's actually a really good question. So this book is part of a series which is part of a multiverse, and this is kind of the foundation for where I want my multiverse to go, is setting things up with Lucy. And I love reading fairy tale retellings. I love fairy tales in general. And I really wanted to write my own retellings, but I wanted to find like a central character that I could build off of. And that's really where things kind of clicked. I also really loved the TV show The Tudors, and I kept thinking like, oh my God, what if there was like The Tudors, but like with fairy tale characters? Like, honestly, 90% of this is inspired by the way the guy who plays King Henry goes, the Lady Mary. Like, if you've seen The Tudors, he says that about his daughter constantly, the Lady Mary. And I'm like, I just want to set a fairy tale in this kind of situation because, oh my God, like, it would be fascinating. Like, how strict the court was during that era and like the rules you had to follow and how it was dangerous to be a woman in that time period, but also like magic. So I think everything kind of combined, and that's how Lucy's story came to be. Number 11, do you have a writing routine? God, I wish I had a writing routine. So my work schedule is very unpredictable. I work in 3 different Disney parks depending on where I am. Each job is different as to what I'm doing and what my schedule looks like that day. So I do not have a set routine, and I honestly hate that a little bit. I am the kind of person who thrives off of routines. And the fact that I can't say, at this time, I'm gonna sit down and write, and I'm gonna write until this time. Like, it's killing me a little bit. So pretty much my writing routine has been, if I know that there's a live write-in happening, I will say, all right, today this write-in is at this time and I'll be able to do this one. And then I will sit down and I will do that write-in. And I may keep going afterwards, or I may write a little bit beforehand, but I try to really like knuckle down and do my best during write-ins. Now on my days off, I'm able to just kind of sit on the couch and chill and like watch movies. If it's a write-in, like I will sit here at, it's not really a desk, it's like a TV tray with my laptop, and then I just have like my books everywhere and my NaNoWriMo tracker board. So this is kind of like writing essential for me. So at least when there's a write-in, like I'll make a cup of tea or I'll get coffee and I will light a candle and I'll just sit there and focus for however long the live stream is. The rest of the time, it's kind of a free-for-all, to be quite honest. I've definitely written some of this project on my phone and then copied it and pasted it onto my Word documents later on and then picked up where I left off that day. Question number 12, do you have rewards for certain goals? I have rewards. I decided every 5,000 words I was gonna treat myself to something like really cool. This is where I messed myself up. I decided like I haven't written in ages and it's really easy for me to lose focus. I'm gonna give myself like really nice rewards so that I can just really focus on writing, be like, I'm gonna earn this reward. Do you see where I am on the thing? No, you cannot. I apologize. I have broken 30K, which means that's 6 rewards that I've hit. And they're all like really nice rewards, like a new Spirit jersey because I'm obsessed with them, or ordering makeup from ColourPop. And your girl doesn't have the budget for that because I didn't think about it. And like it's the holidays and I've got to buy like Thanksgiving food and Christmas presents and whatnot. I'm like, why did you do this to yourself, Caitlin? Why? So the answer to this question is I have rewards. I've earned 6 of these rewards. Probably gonna parcel my rewards out. Like 1 per week as I keep writing because, oh my God, Caitlin, why did you do this to yourself? Question number 13, what is the most important thing you've learned so far? I've learned I can still do this. Like I am super rusty at writing. I am really, really, really rusty at writing anything original. And I haven't written consistently in years. So I think that's the biggest thing is I've learned that I can still do this, but I've also learned I need to plan in advance. I need to have an outline completed. I need to know where I'm going. I need to see the big picture because I cannot pants. If I pants, like, that's it. I'm gonna give up at some point randomly because I'm like, I wrote myself into a corner. I'll think about this later. Question number 14, what will you do with your project after NaNoWriMo? I'm gonna finish it. I think that's the biggest thing is I'm gonna finish it because I don't think this book will be done by the end of NaNoWriMo. It's definitely gonna be longer than 50,000 words. So I'm definitely gonna keep writing. After that, I'm just gonna have to see how things play out because I know I want to get published. I know that that is my ultimate goal. The question is, how do I want to go about that goal? Do I want to try traditional publishing? Do I want to try self-publishing? that's going to be one of those things where like we get there when we get there. The first thing I'm going to do is finish the book. Then I'm going to figure out how, if, why, what is publishing. And the last question, question number 15, will you participate in NaNoWriMo again and or participate in Camp NaNoWriMo? Yes, yes to both, yes to everything. What's the bit in 30 Rock? Yes to love, yes to life, yes to staying in more. That's about the vibe where I am, where I definitely want to keep doing this. Honestly, like, shocked at this. NaNoWriMo is really helping me buckle down and work, because if it was left up to me, I would put writing off for the next day. But between the focus of NaNoWriMo, like knowing like this is my goal, if you do these chunks, you're gonna make your goal, like knowing that, and then also I've been doing these daily vlogs and knowing like, oh my gosh, I have to post a daily vlog today. Oh my gosh, did I write today? Oh my gosh, I gotta stay accountable. Like I gotta keep up with this. So NaNoWriMo has been really, really good for me. It's really worked with who I am as a writer. It might not work for everybody. You might be watching this video going, I did not have a similar experience to this girl, and that's fine. Like absolutely, if NaNoWriMo's not for you, or you'd rather be a rebel, or what have you, like you do you, you do you. I definitely am planning on participating in NaNoWriMo next year. I'm planning to participate in the camps. I don't know if that will be revisions on this book, if I'll start Project Lucy #2, if I'm gonna start the next series in the multiverse, like who knows? Who knows? A lot can change between now and April and July and November of next year, so who knows? But I am very happy to be participating in NaNoWriMo in 2019. I'm very happy to be part of AuthorTube now. And yeah, I want these changes to stick, and I want Nano to help encourage me towards achieving the writing goals that I want to achieve. So yeah, that is it for the NaNoWriMo 2019 project tag. If you would like to do this tag, all the questions are below, and I tag everybody watching because let's all hang out and have fun and drink tea and light candles and talk about our writing and our books and our characters and all that good stuff. So yeah, if you do end up doing this tag, please comment below and let me know, because I would love to check out your video. I'm always looking for new pals, so if you're looking for a pal, here I am. So you can find out all my social media down below in the info box. You can also find the link to my NaNoWriMo page, although admittedly, I've been really bad about updating my word counts there. All over the place on the actual site. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm really happy that you are here and you watched this video, and I'd love it if you stick around. So I'm gonna finish this tea and I'm gonna go write some more. So I'll see y'all later. Bye.